There is a door we all come to, one that protects the facts and truths that hold our reality together from that which floats beyond reason and sanity. Once we walk through that door, nothing is ever the same. We can become lost in the abyss of man's imagination, wandering down the long hall into the kind of madness that is dangerously pervasive. Infected with a delirium most foul and contagious until we are all unable to navigate our way back to what is real. It is here where we find absurd conspiracies. For most people, the yearly cold is a common thing. Each year we have a new or different strain of it, and each year millions of work hours are lost to it and billions of dollars are spent fighting it. But what is the cold? And why is it that after tens of thousands of years, humans can still fall victim to it? Many have come to believe that the common cold is not what it seems to be, and definitely not what we are told it is. They believe that it is a yearly update to parts of the body we have little understanding of and do not have a clear understanding of what those parts are responsible for. They believe that the common cold is interacting with what researchers call junk DNA, and that it might even be responsible for the mutations that make us uniquely human. Humans have two sets of 23 chromosomes, unlike anything else on the planet, and even less than great apes, which have 24. But that is not what makes us so unique. We also have a host of what researchers call junk DNA. New research has shown that this so-called junk DNA is responsible for all the clever things that make humans human. And it is in this area of the human somatic cells that the common cold hackers believe is being attacked or updated by the cold virus, perhaps reprogramming us, or fixing us, or even changing us in some way that we cannot stop.
Well, I know people that have been completely changed after having the common cold. From happy to sad, from tall to shorter, even male to female. I've seen shit, man, that makes me think that the so-called cold is really a form of epigenetic expression enhancement. My buddy, Jennifer, had a thing for a week, and when it was done, she had grown a dorsal fin and webbed feet, and so had her husband. It's so sick what they're doing to us.
And it's not just small things, like an extra fin or webbed feet. Many say that the cold is making us into something else altogether. In a study on the cold in the late 70s, researchers claimed that the cold could be a signal from outer space. And not just the common cold, but a host of viruses fall to Earth from space, carried on comets from outside the solar system. As to why? Believers offer a bone-chilling reason. Well, if you think about it, fuel or ships would be impractical, but if you wanted to prepare a world for your kind to live there, using these comets makes sense. They travel all over the universe, depositing DNA code wherever they travel. Then, years later, they would have a choice of thousands of planets that have been pre-mutated for their habitation. Still, others think that this DNA hack might have celestial origins, but it has been weaponized by fractions of the world governments to change the population, dropping it on the people of the world just to see what they can change, like a huge experiment on billions of us, and that they've been doing this for over 55 years now, and it has a sinister attachment to the end of our first space programs.
Well, it started at the end of the Apollo missions, when we were kicked out of space. I was a janitor at NASA, so I know everything. They want to make us all the same. No more men or women. Just blanks that will be mindless worker drones for these Star Chamber elites. I'm not going down without a fight. They done took away free TV. Hell, I can't even buy an antenna anyway. They canceled Happy Days. They even turned Rock Hudson gay. Someone's got to pay for this.
Many cite the fact that with every kind of virus we encounter, we change slightly, our bodies adapt, and we are never the same as before, and that is all the proof that they need. And scientists agree that viruses may have led to humans being humans altogether, and that retroviruses have changed material on Earth until humans came into existence, and that these space viruses continue to make changes today. The real question is it all by chance? Or is there a malevolent force behind it all?
They're not done. We will all be gray and teeny and have big eyes soon. In fact, these aliens that people see are from the future, and they have come back to help the process and to harvest DNA from our anuses. That's what all the probing is about. Plus, most of your immunities is in your gut, and they want to shut that down so these viruses can work faster. So they invented antibiotics and fake yogurt to strip away your defenses. I blame Jamie Lee Curtis. She's part of it. I know a guy who has a friend who grew a dorsal fin. I've said too much already. I can't say anymore.
One thing is for sure. The common cold and other more harmful viruses have all been on the upswing for the past 20 years. And whether you believe that it's all part of a grand scheme by alien forces working in concert with the governments of the world to change men into women, or if it's just because of the overuse of toxins, bad food, and overpopulation, everyone should wash their hands. And if believers are right, we should all be prepared for a future of infectious change.